Hi there. We have another thought for the day. And this, once again, comes from Sabbath by Wayne Muller, Finding Rest, Renewal, and Delight in Our Busy Lives. And I'm reading from pages 186, 187, and a small piece of 188. And this is called, or it's from the chapter called Beginner's Mind. And the chapter starts with this little tale, kind of like a wisdom tale. So I'm going to read that, plus a little more. An old Hasidic rabbi crossed the village square every morning on his way to the temple to pray. One morning, a large Cossack soldier who happened to be in a vile mood accosted him, saying, "Hey, Rebbe, where do you think you're going?" And the rabbi said, "I don't know." This infuriated the Cossack. "What do you mean you don't know? Every morning for 25 years, you have crossed the village square and gone to the temple to pray. Don't fool with me. Who do you think you are telling me you don't know?" He grabbed the old rabbi by the coat and dragged him off to jail. Just as he was about to push him into the cell, the rabbi turned to him and said, "You see, I didn't know." It's from Traditional Tales. So then it begins. When we plant a garden, we begin with a clear idea of what we will plant, how many, and how deep the rows, and how we will care for what we have planted. Yet we cannot know whether there will be drought or flood, heat or cold, which seeds will do well, what bugs and diseases will emerge this season, or how the harvest will be. We can work hard to anticipate these things, but some of our efforts will be fruitful and some will not. This is the nature of all life, moved by silent forces larger than we can ever comprehend. Thomas Merton begins this oft-repeated prayer with a confession. "My dear God, I have no idea where I am going. I do not see the road ahead of me. I cannot know for certain where it will end." In a similar way, Suzuki Roshi exalts the virtue of what he calls beginner's mind, a condition of being able to embrace and accept a certain level of inevitable unknowing. It is, he says, a fertile practice, because often it is when we do not know the outcome that all things become possible. Elisa told me that her father had prostate cancer. For 20 years, he had faithfully gone to his doctor to get his annual prostate screening. He took his doctor's advice at every turn, exercised, and ate a very healthy diet. He was both proud and confident, and often boasted about his robust health. But when he was found sick with cancer, he felt sad, defeated, cheated somehow. He knew what to do to prevent cancer, and he did it. He was certain his careful preparations had made him immune. But just because we are working hard doesn't mean we are making anything happen. Our best laid plans and goals and performance evaluations do not guarantee that what we desire will actually come about. They may make us feel more confident or in control, but that is often as not an illusion. That illusion may very well be shattered by the unpredictable unfolding of destiny. If we keep working, we feel we are actually controlling events. Knowledge is power, they say. And when we do not know, we feel powerless and afraid. But there is an old Taoist story about a wise man on the northern frontier of China. One day, for no apparent reason, a young man's horse ran away and was taken by nomads across the border. Everyone tried to offer consolation for the man's ill fortune, but a wise man said, "What makes you so sure this is not a blessing?" Months later, his horse returned, bringing with her a magnificent stallion. This time, everyone was full of congratulations for the son's good fortune. But now his father said, "What makes you so sure this isn't a disaster?" Their household was made richer by this fine horse which the son loved to ride. But one day he fell off the horse and broke his hip. Once again, everyone offered their consolation for his bad luck, but his father said, "What makes you so sure this is not a blessing?" A year later, the nomads mounted an invasion across the border, and every able-bodied man was required to take up his bow and go into battle. The Chinese frontiersmen lost 9 out of every 10 men. Only because the son was lame did father and son survive to take care of each other. Truly, this story reminds us blessing turns to disaster and disaster to blessing, and the changes have no end, nor can the mystery be fathomed. Think about that as you go through your day. Are you thinking that what's happening is a disaster? Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe it's a blessing in the future. Have a great day.